Waboom! Yes, waboom. That's how I decided to start filming this video. I'm having to do the same video over again because the original version of this video I did when the camera was running out of battery. Hooray! Which basically means I'm having to do this again and all those items add on the desk again. But now I'm in the middle of the desk like normal, and the items are off to the left and on the floor because yeah, that's where they happened to be last time I started to stop film. Yeah, I was basically just forced to stop filming, so I have to do this again now. Hooray! And the best bit is I can't actually upload that video because it split this one video into 4 different parts, and this wasn't originally intended to be as just one video, so that's a problem to the side. Yes, let's fix that now by doing this exact same video again. Right, we've got some wipes here so I can wipe my hands if need be. Right, so the first item is this Pokemon repeat ball I've got kicking around. I don't know if it's the repeat ball or not. I think it is. It's very nice. I'd say it was what's this number? I've got no idea. Right, it's got a clip. I haven't actually tried to use it. If you do use it, it makes it look really awkward because it's like you've got a massive ball sticking out of your side. That's not inappropriate at all. Right, look, you've got some balls. I actually don't really know what the idea is behind this design. What I do know is it's supposed to be blending with this thing, so this actually opens like this, like a regular Pokeball should. And inside is a hang on, it's a Ditto figure. Now notice that this one didn't come with this ball. It was actually a Pikachu. I can't find Pikachu anywhere, which means I'm having to use this Ditto. The Ditto figure actually came with this other Pokeball I've got here, which is one of those ones that pops open. It's this one I'll get to in a minute. So yeah, if I stay, there we are. So if I just put Ditto inside the Pokeball again, there we go. Plonk you down there. Now we can get to this one. This one actually is a slightly bigger Pokeball. It's got no clip, but the deal here is you can tell by all the amounts of springs, the sus looking springs there, that this is actually supposed to be pop open, and this white thing, this actually functions as a button, so if you press it, it just pops open and into this really deformed form. We've got, and the point is, look, works like a dice. You've got 1 star, you've got 3 star, and you've got 2 stars. So yeah, and then it does fold back up if you get this lock, this button triggered lock into this hoop right there, and just fold these 2 bits underneath there. You've got another ball, so I guess you could do something like this. That's actually really loud. Don't do something like that. And that's why you should never fold it as a ball. Just keep it like this, because if someone pushes the button, it'll just fold down. It'll be everyone in the same room as you'll be like, what was that? Of course they wouldn't know it's the Pokeball. Right, another thing we've got is this Minecraft mob egg, which is really ironic because yesterday I downloaded Roblox. Look, this is the creeper one, and they open into 2 halves. They do come with like this a figure, like a minifigure, non-articulated minifigure, but I think a bit smaller than the Pokemon ones. But I do remember there was like 6. There was like 6 different mobs. This is one of the 6. I can't remember what the other ones were. I do know for a fact one of them was a mushroom. I'm not sure about the other 4 though. So also, these are not blind. You can tell which ones are an egg because of the colour of the egg if you do actually play Minecraft. And then the next thing we've got is this spy gear watch we've got kicking around. I don't really know what to make of spy gear actually. They've been going around for quite some time. I want to say since the late 2000s. Yeah. So this is a watch. Functions as a regular digital watch, but with a few differences that I can actually show you on camera. These red things actually come out, and you could store slips of paper in them. Of course, I can't do that because they're really tiny. This is actually a screen that opens, and this bit's actually a red lens, so you can actually put this in front of a red lens, as a bit of a red lens. There we go. And this actually is an actual clock. This red button here activates this light in your eyes. Not really. It's actually not that bright on camera. It's not that bright in real life actually. It's actually kind of brighter than it is on real life, because it's slightly darker as it is on real life. So, and yes, the time does switch off whenever you push the button, and that's about it for this item. So, also, before I forget, it's got like this motion alarm thing here, which is this triangle guff right here. That's actually a microphone, I think. I can't test it out now, obviously, because I've completely forgotten how you activate it. I think it was activated with this button, and I think I can actually do it. Let's just check it first here. Nope, I haven't got a clue. So if you were to do this, it would just trigger some sound like an old McDonald's toy would. But obviously, I can't figure out how to actually make it work. It actually does make quite a good watch, actually. Although if you did want to, so all ideas of that out the window, actually, because I just realised what I was going to say. Although, I suppose if you really wanted to, if you turned up at I believe it was like Spin Master who produced this. If you turned up at a Spin Master board meeting wearing this, they'd all look at you and say, "What the hell are you doing with that watch?" Obviously they produced it, so of course they wouldn't know. Right, and other things we've got are more watches here that don't actually tell the time. These old B.E.N ones now. This is from that really expensive, I think it was like £30, I can't remember. Old Gubbin watch builder thing from when B.E.N artists are actually really good. They're a bit naff in my opinion nowadays, but you decide if you watch the old commercials. Right, we've got some old watches here. We've got the well, the first one I believe, with the second one's top on. Yeah, you can switch them. And in fact, this has got two nodules. Really bothered me back then. They've all got a button. Speaking of buttons, this one actually doesn't do anything. It's just a small one, doesn't actually do anything. Which is why I actually have the Omnitrix FX from 2007. Even though I got it in something like 2012, definitely not 2007. This button actually does work. It comes up ever so slightly. And yeah, the top's been slashed off. I can't remember how that happened, but you can see all the circuitry over there, and no, the sounds don't work. If I turn it on, nope, doesn't do anything. I do remember it being pretty accurate to the TV show though. It would have a function where if you left it alone for long enough, it would actually flash red and remove the alien thing, which is actually surprisingly accurate to the TV version. Something that the other watches, I don't even think the basic watch nowadays has that. I'm not sure. I don't actually own those things. You can set your own things through these two things, but obviously I haven't bothered. This button, each watch has got one. It's supposed to activate some special light that you can actually place inside there. There's only one, and I'll get to why it's not in there in a minute. But here's the second watch that they had with the third watch's head on, because I just thought it would look statistically better. The button for that actually fits in with the design of the watch, except this side doesn't do anything. This side actually pushes in, which is okay. And yeah, for some reason it also came with a bunch of these small gubbins. I'm not even sure what these do or what benefit they serve. Benefit, I mean job, but you can set them into these holes on the side. All the watches have got some holes. It does feel nice to rotate actually. So maybe that's what I did it. No. And then the last one we have is the biggest one by far. This is the third series watch, I think. And now this has actually got the lights singing inside of the first watch. And if you push it, this actually spins and lights up. And we can actually take this out. Let's just remove it off of camera so I can remove it. Here's the watch face, and here's the actual light effects thing. this is all it is. Look, it spins, and there's 3 little LEDs there, and this button. If you push this button, it'll actually spin. You need to push it with quite some speed, and if you look here, pushing this button causes this to come out, and that's why it's important to place the thing incorrectly. Otherwise, if you push the button, nothing happens. So let's just stick it in here. Yeah, it's not too. Yeah, there we are. It doesn't want to go in too easily. I mean, how do you expect 4-year-old kids to do that? I've got really no idea. Right, there's some other parts. This can actually be removed as a standalone gubbin if you really want to look like a person who pretends Zord Builder but B.E.N. I suppose that could have worked. It didn't take off. These other bits, actually too, this is a thing, and yes, it works on all watches, don't ask why. In fact, this is the only one where it doesn't look normal, because if you look on the other ones, it's actually got like a curved thing, which makes it look really, really strange. But yeah, it works. Hooray, I guess. There's also a bit connected. It still works with all the other watches though, so Omnitrix is not watches. I'm starting to sound like a person who doesn't know what he's doing. There we are, clicky clicky. But then what's rather interesting, well, not in the show I don't think, but not in anything else, because that wasn't even in the show. This black bit right here actually fits the other watches, because if you look, there's actually 2 tabs underneath here, and it fits on top of this, like that. So if you want a great big hulking mass on your wrist, then B.E.N is the show for you. See, you can actually assemble it so it looks kind of like this. Great big hulking mass. I just realised this is wonky. Let's fix that. Literally, big hulking mass. And no, you unfortunately cannot combine all 3 watches together. Boo. Refund. I don't think you can, at least. I don't think I've tried to. No, because what I did was I found the TV advert for this particular set, and I decided to just check if all the advertised combinations were possible, and they are. So, no false advertising there, Bandai of America. Hooray! Right, moving on. We've actually got an Omniverse watch here, which is the most expensive one, I believe. Yeah, coming out, I think at around £15. I'm not sure. You know what Bandai's like with their pricing. This actually still works. On-off switch on the side. It says off and on. Mode 3 switch has 3 modes actually. But to get all the sounds, I need to, in mode 3, you need a specific series of codes, and I've completely forgotten what the basic standard one that comes with the watch is. Either that, I wasn't actually getting all the different toys, I just wanted the watch at the time. Right, and speaking of other items, if you have all the figures, you can just plug it into this slot and it just works. I think they are called sound boxes, which means they literally do nothing with this watch. I'm not sure. I haven't really tested that out. I can't see any pin reading. I can't see any pin reading thing going on here. There's no like pins or identification, no nothing. It's just 3 holes and 2 connect and 2 clips. But if you push this button, boom! This actually comes down. Now this, I admit, is pretty good. But you can also do this with the thing alone. There's touch pads on here. There's a few buttons. Not really buttons, but more things you can slide your hand around. It's like the Kirame Changer or the K-Touch from Kamen Rider Decade and Mashin Sentai Kiramager, if you really want to know. But then on the like negative side, this is the most bulky thing I've ever seen in my life. If you do put it on this wrist, it looks nothing like the TV version compared to size comparison. Because the one TV version was like really, really small, I remember, and this is like the opposite, massive. Enough blabbing now. Now the next bits are all Bakugan. Yeah, because Japan. Right, just got to fix these cards first. There's ones with alternative languages on, so obviously we can't have that. So last time I was screwing around with alternative language cards and I looked like a complete idiot. So I'll actually think ahead and not do that a second time. Hooray for planning. Yeah, that's because the ones you get from the actual booster packs all come with alternative alternative like language cards. And I don't know why I just did this so unorganized, but I'm nearly there. Yeah, the diabolically enhanced network, no, not network, but the torture of having to watch a person do something off camera and not know what it is. Literally, for context, the cards look like all of my desk. I'm just trying to organise them into a pile. There's only like a few cards left. 1, 2, and then 3 cards. Yeah, all done. I'll get to this massive pile of cards in a minute. You can see I've got a lot. But first, let's get to the actual physical blonkers. We've got a Dragonoid. I've completely forgotten what this Dragonoid is, what this particular one is called. I think I've got its advert on YouTube, but yeah, you can do this if you seriously want to. For some reason, comes out. You can set a Bakugan here. Wings do stuff, although I really can't be bothered to show them a second time. Here's one. Move it. Look, it just extends like this. That's it. Going back to Dragonoid here, his tail comes off. Ouch. Look. Now for some reason this counts as an actual battle gear. I'm not entirely sure to why. Because it resembles some kind of cartridge, but when you open it up it's his tail. But if you actually look, it's actually got the holes required to make it count as a Bakugan battle gear. Even though that technically means it's a battle gear and his tail. Because you can attach it to his bum as a tail, so I suppose it does count as both, although having someone's tail as a battle gear, as a weapon, is really, really strange. You can also make it do this. I'll stop overthinking everything. Right, the next things here are an actual physical Bakugan. Hooray! Enough of the talk of the random extra expensive stuff, here's the actual Bakugan. I actually have the Bakugan red tin with Dragonoid on. I'm not going to show it though, as I don't have the blue or the green tins. I'm pretty sure they did produce 3. I can't remember. Sue me if I don't remember correctly. Right. I also don't know what each of the Bakugan characters are called, so you have to excuse me. Big green sphere. Very nice. They've got red eyes, so you can see them in the dark and be terrified. We have a magnet card. I don't know what the classy term for it is, but if you press it on here, he extends, he opens. No, actually. No. Oh no, it's called stands. Yeah, he stands. Oh, I've completely forgotten what it was called. Here he is. He's a big green demon bloke. And he's also got some feet that comes out of his back like that. Nice. He's also got a pair of fangs, and that they're actually attached by metal. So good job, lads. You actually have to fold them up a specific way. Tail first, then head, then legs, then front feet. There we are. It's really confusing. You go over there. Actually, no, hang on. Yeah, you go in this box I've got here. Then we've also got this grey guy, who is a funny bunny because I'm not entirely sure what to make of him. He's actually got some feet as well. There you go, there's his feet. It's a nice feet. It's orange. So this is what the stand looks like. I'm not entirely sure what he's supposed to be. He's got some wings here, which is nice if you seriously want those. You just fold his head in, get his wings, fold his wings around his head, then his arms. That's it for that bloke. Now we've got the most complicated one. Well, when I first got these, blue one. This is what the stand. Oh, before I get to the stand, feet. His feet bend the fabric of reality. So this is what he looks like, a big evil bloke, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if you can see, but he's got some green detail on his face. He's also got some arms, which means folding this back to ball mode would be a pain. Look, His head goes into his chest. Chest goes in. Back parts clasp around his chest. There we are. That's it. Right, you go in there. And then we've actually got the final spherical ones. We've got a red one, which is this Dragonoid guy. I can't show him what it looks like in bull form because it's a nightmare to get him into bull form in my opinion. Look, he's got some feet, as usual. But then the last guy I've got is another red one, and I can actually make this one work. Well, he says making it incredibly hard. Yeah, actually I'm not going to bother with that. So yeah, this one, I'm not entirely sure what to make of this one actually. He's this evil demon. He's got a thing that can be folded up like this. He's also got some arms. That's a surprisingly good amount of articulation for a Bakugan. Oh, I think it's the only one with that level of articulation. He's got the exact same type of legs as well. Boo! And these bits can actually move as well for some reason. And then we actually got to the actual Bakugan battle gear. Yeah, tongue-tied. Look, let's just get the biggest one out of the way first. This is actually giving me some trouble when I decided to start filming. You see, oh, that'll be why. Oh, I've got it now. Oh, actually, never mind. Some of the locks wouldn't go in correctly. This blue one, got no idea what it is, but there. If you do that, he's got a. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but it looks like there's some kind of Slenderman stalker guy. Look, he's got a bit of a beak as well, so we can do this. Yeah, that's enough of that. And if I go on to the next one. Now the next four, all the ones we got from Home Bargains in Freeport. Remember the Waygate card, look. These four bloke chaps. Oh, yeah. Okay, enough. This one actually won't do anything if you put it on a gate card. But the other ones will, so save them for later. You go to the side. There you go. Right, so this one actually folds open like this. I found a way to make it actually do something, look. It's a bazooka. That's literally it. Kablunk. Yeah, there's also this funny locking system if you push this in. Like this. So let's just transform him back into this mode. And plonk him back in there. And we've got this black one, which is like this massive cartridge. Boom! He's a gun, like an actual rifle blasting thing. Twang, twang, twang. Enough of that. And the first thing you actually got to do to make this transform correctly is fold this bit in, and because the other bits don't lock in correctly. Look, springy. And the reason for that is. Small locking mechanism on there, and there's this button that goes inside this, so if you push the button, it'll just do it, but if you let go, it doesn't. So, ignoring that pointless trivia, next Bakugan, more like, look, this green sphere for when you can't, cylinder, when you can't decide whether to be a fan or a cylinder or not. Now, most interestingly, this one actually has, and this one's holes for Bakugan Battle Gear, it's actually folded inside here. And this is what this looks like when folded out. Look, it's impressive. So yeah, it's this basic turbine gubbin. And again, to get this one to actually transform correctly, you can't just fold this bit in first. You've actually got to do these bits second. Got to do that second, because if you look, obstruction. And of course that is there because this goes into it and locks it all in place. So as such, you've got to do the bottom one first, and then you've got to do the top one after, then fold in. But then we've also got this tan cube, well, square, and it actually folds up to become two massive spike things. So to transform this one correctly, you need to fold in the the claws first. Then his face, or whatever that's supposed to be. And then do his tail. Oh, boom! So yeah. And now we've actually got the battle gear that actually came with Dragonoid. Look, we've got this first one. Now this won't actually transform, but let's just show you what it would look like if it did. It's got 2 blades, and I think the reason it wouldn't transform, if you look, this bit of plastic is actually kind of warped, which means it won't actually go into the lock and do anything. It won't go into this lock. Which means that one's pointless. And then we've also got this one, which again won't try. Oh, it will actually. Hang on. So yeah, it wouldn't do that when I last filmed. I think that was me. But if you put this on here, it becomes this evil flying demon bloke. So what you do is you fold these 2 wings in, back, fold them up, and Bob's your uncle. Next one, or final one really, is this one. Drops 2 blades, and 2 blades rather than 1 blade. I don't know where that's gone. Don't know where those spiky thing's gone. Fold that in. Go up. Go up. Now actually that's the cards. This card I've been using for an example is About Face. It says, after this battle, reverse the direction of play. If player was passing to your left, it now passes to your right. Next card is another magnet one. See you playing silver and gold gear can't be played. Now we've also got like this bendy one. Blind Gate. No, Blinding Gate actually. The Bakugan with the lowest G power total wins this battle. Magnet card. This one is Rainy Sunset, not Windy Sunrise. That's another one. Magnet 1. VR Arena number 5. Magnet card. VR Arena number 9. Another magnet one. This one is Point of Light. Another magnet card. Oh, this one has got Dragonoid on. Brilliant. So it says Fire Reflection. At start of battle, Bakugan swap printed G powers. Another magnet card. This one says The Arena number 4. Another bendy one. This one says Evo Drain. Play after you lose a battle against an evolved Bakugan. While this card is in your used pile, your enemies in battle have their power level reduced by 3. Another magnet one. This one says Fire Swamp. Another bendy one. This one says Rico Ran. Play before you roll a Rico Ran. Flip a coin. If heads, all evolved Bakugan turn back to their original forms. Of course, that's just copying Pokemon. Naughty, naughty Spin Master. Another magnet one. VR Arena number 3. Bendy one. Copycat. I don't think that's referring to the Pokemon Bakugan here. Play at the start of a battle. Your Bakugan has its printed G power changed to the G power of the Bakugan of your choice in your opponent's used pile. These go all the way back to 2008. Another bendy one. Play after you re-roll your Bakugan. Bendy one. Helix Dragonoid. I know for a fact the big Dragonoid is not Helix Dragonoid. Play before you roll a Helix Dragonoid. That'll be why you can't roll that big thing. If you stand on an empty gate card, you may move any other standard Bakugan to the same gate. Another magnet one. This one. Oh, this one's Windy Sunrise, isn't it? Windy Sunrise. It reminds me of the weather right now. It's actually pretty good. It's windy now, isn't it? Yeah, don't know if you can hear that, but it's also pretty windy and some other stuff. All because it says Windy Sunrise on it. Next is another magnet card. This one says, so you can kind of tell it's a magnet because you can see where the magnet cuts off. It's all shiny, you can see my shadow in. And the tripod shadow. Isn't that nice? Trivia. It says the Owl Play 2. Silver and Copper Bakugan Battle Gear can be played. Bendy card is Big and Windy. Play before you roll on Evolved Pyrus or Ventus. Yeah, you see, because the other ones have got like different attribute names, and I don't know what they all are, so I'm just going to be referring to them by colour. You may re-roll that by going up to 2 times this turn. Next one, this is a magnet one. Pit of Despair. It says, if there is at least one Darkest Bakugan at this battle, all evolved Bakugan go back to their unevolved form at the start of this battle. Another bendy one. Teamwork. Notice how it features this guy, and I think this guy also. I've got him on another card. Could be completely wrong. No, look. Each Bakugan gets 50 plus 50 G power for each different type Bakugan they are using in the game. Another magnet one. This one is To Dance. What is that? Some Fever Dream liquid, I don't know. The player with the most gate cards in their used pile may evolve any of their Bakugan not in this battle. Another bendy one. This is the last orange card before we move on to the blue Battle Gear cards. Look. Tuskor. Sounds like a Transformer. Look. Each Tuskor receives an additional G-Power bonus from this card. Now you've got the actual blue Bakugan Battle Gear cards. This one is Villantor. Look, purple says, all ability cards your opponent played during this battle are removed from the game. And blue says, swap the gate card with any gate card in your enemy's use pile. This one I don't actually own, but this one is Rock Hammer. Green says, move any Bakugan Battle Gear or Bakugan trapped from an unused pile to its owner's used pile. And brown says, all gate bonuses higher than 100 are lowered to 100. This one is Gigarth. Gigarth is trademarked. Blue says, flip a coin. On heads, swap the Aquos gate bonus with any other gate attribute bonus. And green says, remove one ability card from your used pile from the game. Then move one ability card from your used pile to your unused pile. Brilliant. This one is Zucanitor. Sounds like a Skylander ability. Silver says, or rather white, if your Bakugan has the lowest printed G power, you get plus 150 G power. And brown says, oh, brown is actually in a completely different language. Ignore that. This one is Boomix. Boomix blue says, flip a coin. If heads, your Bakugan gets plus 100 G power. And green says, if you have more Bakugan in your used pile than your enemy, you get plus 100 G power. And this one is Chompix. Brown says, if you win this battle with a total G power of 1,000 or more, take another turn. And red says, during this battle, you may play one ability card from your used pile. If you do, remove it from the game. And this is the last blue Battle Gear card. This one is Aircore, another Bakugan I don't actually own. Green says, if your opponent plays an ability card, flip a coin. If heads, that card has got no effect. And brown says, if your enemy's gate bonus is 100 or more higher than yours, they get no gate bonus. And we've got this one purple card. This one is Damakor. Evolves from any Avior or Lionholt under 700 G power. So Lionel, I know, is another Bakugan. Unique! All blue ability cards you play in battles where you have a Damakor or moved to your unused pile at the end of the battle. And these other cards got. All other blue ability cards I have, or rather all blue Battle Gear cards, all in alternative languages. Chompix. Zucanitor. Villantor, I think that's how you pronounce it at least. Boomix and Gigarth. And that's about it for this one. So the next video I'll be doing has got some other guff in it. I.e., we've got some more Lego stuff to do. I've also got some random leaflets videos and some those app videos I've been talking about. So yeah,